So lifting your right leg up, bending your right knee and rolling your right hip open. Come into what's called a nice little split dog. Feel your hip open up, as well as if you push your left heel to the floor, you're gonna feel that opening down the back of the left leg. Good. Now start to bring your right foot all the way in between your hands. And if it gets stuck halfway like mine does, pretty much every time just draw the right foot forward and then drop the back knee onto the floor. Bring the right foot all the way out towards the side of the mat and just sink a little bit into your hip area. You can move a touch from right to left. And if you want to come onto your fist, you can stay there at that point, or even on your fingertips. If it's too much, you know, you can always do things like folding the mat over if you've got soft, uncomfortable knees. But just because we're going to be here for about another minute, just get yourself in a position where you feel it's enough. Come onto your forearms if you like. You can let your head rest on the block if you like, or you can just let it dangle. Hold it and then just take some nice, easy, deep breaths just to help you stay at ease and allow the point in the muscle grouping areas just to start to like ease off. What do you feel? How do you feel? Slowly starting to lift yourself up. And as you kind of work your way out of it, just going to start to take the weight back onto your back foot. And you might feel quite uncomfortable here, so you can always just take the pressure off. You know, you can even sit to the side or the inside of the foot if it's too much, up to you. But if you can sit like that, just flex the toes towards your face, lift the chest up, breathe in, and when you breathe out, draw your chest towards your toes, and you're gonna find a point of like, that's a good enough hamstring opener. Now hold it there. Feel what's going on, maybe through the backs of your right leg, but also through your lower back, the tops of the feet. Hold it, okay, for another 30 seconds, 25 seconds. Breathe. Flexing the toes will help get into the calf area as well. Well done, guys. So taking the weight forward, start to take the pressure into your hands, lifting the back knee up, allow yourself to step back into a down-facing dog. Good, walk out the legs a little bit if you need to. Yeah. And then come to a bit of stillness. So rolling into a plank position, it's going to come into a little vinyasa. Drop your knees to the floor. Keep the elbows tight to your body as you hover all the way down. Lift the chest up, just using the middle lower back, and then bring your chest back down. And then lift yourself back into a child's pose. Pause there just for a moment. And then lift yourself up into a down facing Dog position. Other side. Lift your left leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee and roll the hip open. Bring your left foot all the way in between your hands. Help it forward if you need be. Drop the back knee onto the floor. Bring the hands on the inside edge of the left foot. Wiggle the left foot out to the side. And then just explore the hips, sink down a little bit. Draw the chest down, bring the forearms to the floor, let the head come to a block, etc. But so breathe and focus and concentrate, and every time your mind wanders off, think it back to what's going on now. Lifting yourself up. Same as before, start to move the weight towards the back foot. So draw the bottom down towards the foot if you can. You also use blocks as a bit of a stabilizer, as helpful. But lift the chest, look forwards, breathe in, and when you breathe out, bring your chest forwards and then down, and just like, it's almost like lengthening your torso forward too. Try and let your neck be nice and long as well. Breathe. Starting to take the weight forward onto the front foot. Press into the hands and start to lift yourself, curl the back toes, and then lift yourself back into a down-facing dog. Just walk out the legs a little bit. Good. And then roll it forward into a plank position. Dropping your knees to the floor, keep your elbows nice and tight to the body. Slowly come down. Lift your chest up using your middle lower back. Bring your chest back down. Lift your bottom back to a child's pose and then up into a down-facing dog. Good work. From here, start to roll yourself forward into a plank position. We're going to drop your knees to the floor, and then you're just going to slowly come all the way down onto the mat. And just for a moment, pause, let your right ear come to the mat. You can even use your arms as a pillow, little hands as a pillow. Bringing your lips and your chin onto the mat. We'll just start with a nice little easy cobra pose. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your elbows tight to your body. So breathe in. As you breathe in, start to lift the chest up a little bit. You can press the tops of the feet into the floor. Try and keep the neck long. Breathe and hold it for like a few more deep breaths. Just notice that, feel it. It is slightly active. Good, and now release yourself all the way down. Take your left ear to the mat and just appreciate the feeling of lying on your front. Maybe shake your bottom out a little bit, right and left. Good. Okay. So the next movement will come into a little Sphinx pose. So if you come onto your forearms, and with your forearms there, imagine, it's a little bit, if you've ever done bridge pose, the movement of drawing your arms towards you, but they're not actually moving, it's more like a direction. Pressing the tops of the feet to the floor, try and draw your shoulders down, and feel a nice bit of openness or strengthening through the middle lower back. How's your breathing? Close your eyes, focus on what you can feel. Good, and release yourself all the way down. Take your, what ear was it? Right ear to the mat. And you can even give yourself a little bit of a shake out. Good. Okay, so bring your lips and your chin to the mat. You can also then bring your arms beside your body. We'll just work into a little locust pose. So when you're ready, you're going to breathe in, and as you maybe breathe out, start to lift the chest up. Maybe start to float your chest up. Maybe you can even start to lift the legs up as well, depending on how that feels. Kales, keep your legs on the floor, mate. Good, and then release yourself all the way down. And again, just have a little bit of a shake. Taking your ear to the floor. Do one more. So interlace your hands behind your back. It's up to you, depending on where you want to keep your feet, apart or together. It just depends on how it feels for your lower back. And then breathing in, lift your chest, lift your arms, float and fly. How's your breathing as you keep going with it? And then release it all the way down. Release your arms, release your ear, shake out a little bit. So if you've made a pillow with your hands, stay as you are. Otherwise, if you haven't made a pillow, make a pillow. And then If you've got your left ear on your hands, you're going to draw the right knee up towards your right elbow. If you've got your other ear, take the opposite that knee. Just going to work into the hip area. And just appreciate that kind of feeling, that sensation. And again, it's that softness of the body against the floor, as well as just the opening into the hip. So how does that feel? To ease that bent leg back. I'm just going to switch sides, so switch the head and then draw the leg up. Just noticing what's that side feeling, saying. Slowly taking the left leg back. And just take your time by pushing yourself into a child's pose.